You know, it's not unusual to find a canal in this shape. Here at Wistow on the Grand Union Canal in Leicestershire, the old pound is drained, while here on the River Soar in September 2024 we're experiencing flash floods from unprecedented rainfall. And although things like this do happen, it is part and parcel of boat life. Quick thinking and interventions quickly sorted that situation out, and months later you can see that everything's good, all restored, not that these boaters would have known. Thanks in no small part to yours truly. Now there is opinion that since the trust was formed, that's where a lot of the problems started. That the clearance of culverts, drains and other systems is no longer a priority. So, with the demise of British Waterways, where is the money actually going? So, if you are planning a boat trip at the back end of 2024, we're now in October, make sure you check before you travel. You don't want any surprises. You can do this by going on the CRT website. The link will be in the description down below. And even though now the weather conditions are absolutely fantastic, the last 5 days have been absolutely treacherous, and I wouldn't wish those conditions on anyone. But with that being said, in the section that I'm currently moored up in, boats are moving again after the River Trent burst its banks. Well, good luck to you, enjoy the video, and thank you very much for taking the time to watch. Welcome back everyone, and welcome back to the gentle life. And like I said the last time, it is, you know, it is. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, thank you very much to those of you that subscribed as a result of that last video. Wow, thank you very much to those of you returning, and those of you that have subscribed, and to the 90% of you that have yet to do so. Please do that now, it really helps the channel grow. So we've got the telly on, we think we might watch a film, so yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We've got 2 more episodes of Taboo to watch, so I might look into that tonight. Then again I might not. What are you lot doing anyway, hey? Just another day on planet Earth. Hey, listen, look at this little montage that I put together. It was out on nights just last week, so visited a few places, and I thought, you know what, rather than just put this up on the channel as a short video, I'll just keep sticking it on the back of these short intros. How about that? Well, I hope you enjoy this video. It's a bit of a compilation, whatever that means. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was the basin at Market Harbour. I visited there when I was on my way home after my night shift, so hope you enjoyed it. Now it's time for a title sequence. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and welcome back to The Gentle Life. I live on board a 58-foot Heron manufactured in Uddersfield in 2001. Giving up bricks and mortar in 2015 for a fresh start and a new life on the water. But what did you give up, I hear you ask? Well, we sold our lakeside property that had a jacuzzi, a gym and a cinema. And have we ever looked back? Well, no we haven't, because now we live a much more gentler lifestyle, which has reconnected us with the simpler things in life. So get your favourite beverage, put your feet up, sit back, stay tuned, and immerse yourself into the gentle life. And thank you all again for helping my channel grow by liking, sharing, hitting the bell for notifications, and subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Don't you think it's time we took that boat out? Eh? It's too nice we sat in a marina. My wife told me to say that. Yes, she did. Well, gotta take the rough with the smooth, don't you? Can't always come out in nice weather. When you gotta go, you gotta go. I just had a terrible thought about living in a house again, seeing that image there. And that new fence. I'm just so glad that I don't live in a house anymore. No fences, no doors, no gates, nothing to shut, nowhere to hide. Just you and the cut. I wouldn't have it any other way. Bring me sunshine for a while. Bring me joy, bring me laughter, bring me love, sweet love. I'm singing the song, but not necessarily in the right order. It was warm and it rained and I felt like an actor and I thought about the canal and how I'm gonna get back there. Insanity laughs under pressure, we're breaking. Well, at least not out here on the cut. Nearly got me, nearly got me. You take your eye off the ball and your boat gets scratched. The tree came down in winter. Now, if I didn't know better, I'd say that you were running for president. I am officially running for president of the canals, and we will make the canals great again. There isn't going to be a president, Nigel Hallam. I think that man will be president when spaceships come landing down on the planet Earth and cowboys and Indians start fighting round Little Bighorn again. It's raining, it's pouring. I think there's a can of beer floating in the cut down there. Lily's not bothered, look, he's not bothered about the rain, he couldn't care less. Woo! Today was a bit of a rough start, but just didn't really mind. Going to be out for a couple of weeks and just wanted to put my best foot forward, just took my time, got the boat ready the day before, did a couple of bits this morning. We knew there was going to be sunshine and showers. We know that we've got to proceed with caution when we get to the Trent section up here. Hey, winding, we'll wind here one day, we'll wind one day, we'll wind. So you can really become negative and think, oh no, I'm not moving today. But you know, the big takeaway about today is that there's no wind. The temperatures at this time of the day are not too bad. Staying sort of semi-wrapped up, that's just to say dry really. And then obviously we're going up onto the Trent section, so we've just got to have our wits about us when we're on there. The Trent is moving quite fast, and as the sign says, just proceed at caution. Take your time, don't rush. Under no circumstances, rush. In these conditions especially, it's best to be responsible for your own safety at all times. Be deliberate. What I mean by that is just check your underfoot conditions. If you are going to walk out onto the gunnel of your boat, that's down the side of the boat. Make sure that you plan it before you do. Maintain 3 points of contact at all times. Don't let go of the boat until you are firmly on the towpath. And as I have said, be deliberate, especially along the copers. Try to stay away from the edge as much as you can. So take extra care by thinking ahead. Wow, look at this. Take your lead from the most experienced person around the lock, particularly the person that understands how all mechanisms work. Be thorough. Oh, to the hilt. Remember, boating is about relaxation, not stress. Some lock gear like this ground paddle could be damaged and out of use, so make sure you do your own work before you go out onto the canal. It's the modern age, and if you are going out on your own, let somebody know where you're going. As I've said, it is about relaxation, and it should be a pleasurable experience. To remember that being around locks and other more sensitive areas of the canals takes deliberation, and as I've said already, do take care and think about what you're going to do before you actually do it. I don't know what's going on here. There you go, look, safety conversation over. It's time to have a little bit of fun out here. As you can see, we have done this many times. It's second nature to us, living aboard, going through canals, locks especially. It's just second nature, but it doesn't mean that you have to be negligent. Always be vigilant. Even the most experienced people can and do get involved in the odd incident and, God forbid, accident. End of the day, keep it real. You're out here to enjoy yourself, don't get stressed. There are plenty of boaters out there, experienced, like myself, like my friends, who will help. Hang on. Anyway, take a look at this. I'm not quite sure whether these are mockingbirds or larks. I tried to capture one dive bombing into the water, as was the case, but I just wasn't quick enough, steering the boat and then trying to negotiate an iPhone Pro 16. But just look at Lace Lake, that's a beautiful boat. Here you go, look, can you see? It looked like it was going to go, and then dramatic moment missed. Never mind, maybe next time, maybe in the next video. I do think about these boats when the Trent goes into flood. I think to myself, how are they doing? But they always seem to be in good repair, so yeah. Enjoying this little trip out. Been looking forward to this one for a while. That's it, cruising done for the day. Just like a statue. You won't be in a minute. Now, Levi. Oh, and there's Diesel. But unfortunately, Diesel is blind. Bless him. So I can't take Diesel very far. So we have a little bit of a walk around, and then I take Levi a little bit further. And it's a much nicer day today. The weather system in our country at the moment here in the UK 2024 has absolutely been unpredictable, to say the least. Variable, I think, is the correct usage of the term. Absolutely love walking up the towpath through here. It is just taking the last eddy days of summer, you know, going out in the sun and just enjoying, you know, images like this, and just the splendour and wonder of the canal, the corridor, the air. It's intoxicating. And Levi is a boat dog. He knows nothing else but the gentle life. There you go. So it's Al Rawas local farm shop, and this is hog.
So nice, I don't taste it like it.
If you like faggot, you're definitely going to love that. That is so nice. And then there's a sudden swaying of the boat.
Nice.
You know what that means. Another one who thinks it's a race. People need to slow down. Experienced people know, and people with a little bit of finesse. It's tick over speed. That means almost -1 miles an hour when you go past moored boats. It's as simple as that. And here he is again, look. We're out and about again. These walks in nature, they're unbeatable. It's its own medicine. Bat sanctuaries, bat boxes, and the civic society is just a few names across this trestle bridge here that contribute to the upkeep of some of the nature reserves along here and local landmarks and places of interest. One of the things that you come to appreciate as a boater is that you come into towns and villages, places that perhaps you would never visit in a million years if you lived in a house, or would never have that opportunity. But you sort of parachute into these places, some of which are to die for, and without realising it, the more frequently you pass through, the more of a regular you become. It's a larger community along the Canal corridor. And this place especially is exceptionally welcoming to boaters. You wouldn't believe it. You know, I'm not a big fan of that word, community. It's a term that marginalises people. There are forces at work to smuggle these words past us, as if we are being pigeonholed. But if you don't mind, I, my friends and my family already hold ourselves to a higher standard. So, keep your outside help, thank you. Now, visiting places like this and the people, not the community, because that just puts everybody else in the same box, just adds to the grace and to the beauty of the gentle life. Well, maybe it's the air. Maybe that was just a little bit self-indulgent. I don't know. After all, I'm a barely literate railway man. Anyway, it's time to move on because we got places to go. Sometimes you can just go half a mile and just find your happy place. That's the other thing about this life. You can go for absolute miles and never find a mooring, but then you can just go half a mile and you're exactly where you need to be. Back in the lock then, and just to remind you that to stay safe when negotiating around them, and as you proceed on, just watch your underfoot conditions. And if you do use YouTube diligently, you'll come across some CRT instructional videos. I suggest you take a look at them. They are useful, and there is a link in the description down below. It can be said that cruising in the rain, even when the sun's out, still means you have to wear a hat, because you're still going to get burned. Because when the sun hits the water, it refracts. So you're getting twice the jeopardy. He says whilst not wearing a hat, but he has got his sunblock on. Are you listening to that, by the way? The noises in the background, the aggressive bird song. It's great. Don't worry, there's going to be no more satirical singing during this video.
There's locks up there. One of them.
Shall yeah. This was in need of much work. Yeah, it has. Went a bit of a funny colour back in winter. We're coming up to Fradley, and you'll notice that the camera work gets a little bit ropey, like a roving camera. So I had to revert back to my old iPhone 11 because the old 16 ran out of power. Look at it, look, it's wobbling all over the place. Where's that gimbal? Yeah, we've only gone about a mile, so we're coming up to Fradley now. We might make a pit stop here, and we might even stop here. Like I said, you can go half a mile, and in this case a mile, and find your happy place. Yeah, moorings up at Fradley can be a little bit at a premium, so if there is a space, and in our case we need two, you're going to dive right in, and that's exactly what we did. And with Diesel in the boat, fast asleep, and Levi on the back there, on the stern there. Look, there he is, look. So well behaved. He doesn't move, he'll stay exactly where he needs to be whilst we go and negotiate the lock for Kevin. Hey, listen, as soon as that iPhone 16 gets charged up again, the better. This 11. It's like watching an old episode of NYPD Blue with that roving camera. Anyway, we're at Fradley. We've decided that we're going to stay here for the night. and we're going to have a meal in the local establishment. Hey, listen, the Swan at Fradley, the food, the drink, and it's dog friendly. How about that? Hey, don't you just love boat life? Don't you just love life on the canals? Well, if you don't, I definitely do. And for those of you considering the life, you have an endorsement from me. Please consider subscribing to the channel. It's free to do so. If you did this with your favourite narrowboating channel, I'm sure that they would appreciate it just as much as your favourite YouTube channel, whatever that might be. If you consider sharing this video, liking this video, sharing it out there, because again, it really does help with the algorithm and allows the channel to grow. Hit the bell for notifications of future videos as they drop on the channel. As they do randomly, you'll get that notification and you'll find out a little bit more about what's going off on my channel, Thoughts on Narrowboating. Thank you very much for watching. See you all again in my next video. Thank you.